So for number 16, we want to give an example of non-empty sets A, B, C, and D, such that these statements here are true, right? So for item A, we want to show that A cross B union C cross D is not equal to A union C, B union D. So let's say that A is the set containing 1, B is the set containing 2, C is the set containing 3, and D is the set containing 4. So to show that these are not equal, first let's construct this on the left. So A cross B is going to be the set of all coordinate points where the first element is from A and the second element is from B. So that's just the point 1, 2. And similarly, C cross D is going to be the set containing the point 3, which is from C, and then 4, which is from D. All right, so let's do the union of this. So A cross B union C cross D, we're just going to join these two sets. So that's going to have the point 1, 2, and it's going to have the point 3, 4. So we've already constructed the one on the left. Now let's construct the one on the right. So maybe I'm going to highlight this. So this is going to be the stuff that's on the left. And now we're going to construct the one that's on the right. So A union C, we're going to join all the elements in A and C. So that's going to have 1, which is in A, and 3, which is in C. And then let's see, B union D, we're going to join the elements that are in B, so that's 2 and D, which is 4. And now we want to do A union C cross B union D. So this is going to be the set of all coordinate points where the first element comes from A union C and the second element comes from B union D. So let's see. Well, to begin with, we're going to do this element, the first element that is in A union C, that's 1. And let's pair it with an element from B union D, 2. But we're also going to pair 1 with 4, right? And then we have 3, which is going to be the first element. And now we need to pair it with the other elements in B union D. So 3 gets paired with 2. And then, let's see, 3 gets paired with 4. So we have constructed the second example, right? This, and we can clearly see that they're not equal because they do have 1, 2 in common. So they do have this in common, and they do have 3, 4. However, the A union C cross B union D has 1, 4 and 3, 2, which the other set does not have, so clearly they're not equal. So that was our first example. Now let's do the second example, which is C cross C minus A cross B is not equal to C minus A cross C minus B. So for this one, we are going to let A be equal to 1. And for this one, we're going to let B be equal to 3. And we're going to let C be equal to 3. So we're going to let B be the same set as C. So let's first construct the one here on the left. So we want to construct this guy right here. So for that one, first let's do C cross C. So C cross C is going to be the set containing where the first element is from C, coordinate point where the first element is from C and the second element as well. So that's just going to be, let's see, 3, 3, and nothing else because C has no other elements. And then A cross B, we are going to have the first element, coordinate point where the first element is in A and the second element is in B, so 3. And now to find C cross C minus A cross B, we are going to take this one and we're going to remove from it A cross B. However, when we do it, there's nothing to remove, right? Because C cross C has no elements in common with A cross B. So that's just going to be 3, 3. So we have found the one on the left. Now let's find the one on the right. Let's find this one. So first we want to do, let's see, C minus A. So C minus A is just going to be the set 3 minus the element 1. Well, we can't remove it because 1 is not in C either way, so that's just going to be the element 3. And then C minus B is going to be this, all the elements that are in C minus the elements that are in B, so that's just going to be the empty set, right? And so if we do this cross product, so now we're going to do C minus A cross C minus B. And if we do this, well, it's going to be the coordinate points that have the first element in C minus A and the second element in C minus B. But C minus B has no elements, right? So there, you cannot do the cross product. So in this case, it is empty. There's nothing there. So we can see here that that these are clearly not the same, right? Because that is going to be the empty set. That's it for item B. And lastly, we want to do item C. So let's see. For item C, we are going to let A be equal to the set containing 1, B be the set containing 2, and then C be the set containing 3. So first let's construct the set on the left. So we'll do B cross C, and B cross C is just going to be the coordinate point where the first element is in B and the second element is in 3. So that's going to be 2, 3. And then A cross B cross C, we're going to do, it's going to be a set where the first element is in A. Sorry, it's going to be a coordinate point where the first element is in A, so 1, and the second element is in B cross C. So the only element that is in B cross C is the element 2, 3. So let me close that. Yeah, and that is it. So maybe I'm going to highlight this in yellow. We've constructed the one on the left. Now let's construct the one on the right. So A cross B, we're going to have a set where a coordinate point where the first element is in A, so 1, and the second element is in B, so 2. And now we're going to do A cross B cross C. So similarly, it's also a coordinate point, but now the first element is in A cross B. So the first element is going to be the point 1, 2, and the second element is going to be in C. So the second element of this coordinate point is going to be 3, and we close this. So we can clearly see here that these are not the same, right? Because in the first element, in A cross B cross C, the first element here is just 1, whereas the first element here is the coordinate point 1, 2, which is totally different. So these are not the same, and that is it for our example.